each of my parts that I folded, and I've taped them up here. Now what I want you to do on your desks is I want you to arrange these fractions in order, the way they should be, from the smallest on the left side to the largest on the right. Okay? I really don't want to write on the table, I guess it's the back of the board anyway. So the smallest is going to go over here, and the largest will be on this side on your desk. So on the left side of your desk should be the smallest, and on the right side should be the largest. And I'd like you to try and arrange them. And you guys can consult with your table mates, but don't get up and go anywhere else. But you can consult and see what your other classmates think.
What, do we have computers?
As you're sorting them.
Later.
Okay, I'll give you each a minute. Yes. So you arranged all of them? One by one, right? There should be the smallest, then the next larger number, and then the next larger number, and the next larger number, until we get all the way over here to the largest, okay? Place them in order from the smallest, larger, 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 largest, okay? We're going to go in like chronicle order type thing. I didn't want to mislead you by having these up here because I don't have mine in order. And I didn't mean to mislead anyone who might have thought that they were in order. I just had them up there so you guys knew to take one of each size. So you had one from each section or from each packet. And I laid them out here just so you could look at them, and then I wanted you to rearrange them into the proper order. But if I were to do that, this would be the proper order. Can anyone tell me why that this would be the proper order? Kylie?
Because it goes the smallest to largest goes by I thought it was by because like it goes like smallest goes like the one thing.
Right, so not only am I going from the smallest, but I'm going by the size of the section. Like this one, I made into 8 pieces. So if I took my whole paper, my whole piece, and I took this little section here, that's just 1/8 of my whole piece of paper. So that would be 1/8 of my paper right here. Okay, so that's going to be my smallest piece because I have the most of them. Now what's interesting about that, if you're looking here and I'm asking you to do smallest to largest, what would one of you might have said? What do you notice about this number down down here and this number here. If you're looking up here at the board, what can you say about this number, the 8, and the 2 here? What the section? Okay. Okay. I went around and looked at some of them, and most of you have it correct. But some of you went along with something that, if you kind of think when you're numbering in your system, how do you count? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this number here is a 2, and I'm thinking, when I'm counting, doesn't 2 come before 3? And doesn't 3 come before 4? And doesn't 4 come before 6? And doesn't 6 come before 8 when I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Right? So then why am I saying that this is the smallest section? Okay. Okay. So we're just showing that this is the smallest piece out of all of the ones that we had, because we had more of these when we cut them up on our fraction sets. Okay, so now you may collect them all.
Before you do that, you should have been checked by Miss Townsend.
Yes, I came through.
Everybody had it in order, including Caleb and Brandon.
Nope, there was.
If we can make sure that they all know that before we put it away.
Okay. That's what I was. All right. For those of you that I was trying to point out, that we may think that just because this number down here is smaller than the 8, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is our smallest section, because look at the size of these two. Which one looks smaller? This one does, right? It's small compared to this. So that's why the larger the number at the bottom, which is your denominator, the smallest your fraction.